Alehekatu. It's not my fault. It's the internet going up and down. I don't understand. Mbedameng for Gambian ol fanal di kadiam lebang. Ika fo ko ala kuran ol fa ali internet ol fa. I don't know. So basically, in coming for no. Well, I'm going to tell you, Mama, no, they cannot fool us anymore. We are more than that. For KMC, we say hell no. For any other part of this country, that this oligarch, Gambian oligarch, I call them, want to put their nose anywhere they think that there is profit or there is benefit or there is something that they can only lick, they can suck, they can grab, they can share, they can own at the detriment of the masses. That is all and sundry. We say, hell no. The committee flagged two fundamental issues. We thank the interim chairman, the former interim chairman of the KM administration, former interim chairman, Bakari Kejam. We are saying a big thank you for saving the KMC, for setting the tune for any other person to come and succeed, for clearing the debris and at least saving us from starting afresh during your tenure from January to May. You did extremely well, beyond expectations and beyond reasoning. So we are saying a big thank you to Bakari 𝒂𝒏𝒏 and his team, the likes of Kanjura Kani, Madam Da Costa, and all those who stood through the test of time to make sure that KM was on the right track from the hands of the vultures and the hawks who were there just to share the cake amongst themselves. But no, the committee flagged two fundamental issues with such arrangements that they failed to follow the required procurement and procedures pertaining contract regulations. The contract value of $700,000 per month for 6 dump sites is highly inflated. It's a scenario created by people for financial benefits. That is what we talk about when government gives contracts to people. They inflate prices after what they expect. That is called a kickback, a certain amount from the lump sum that is budgeted for. That is not the actual that will go into the pockets of people who will serve as beneficiaries at the detriment of the Gambian people. That is what we are talking about. Yes. In this regard, the committee took their stance and refused to pay $2,500,000 that the same contractor was claiming to be owed money by the council. Because they've seen that this is no way correct. This is no way correct. How can somebody clear only 6 dump sites for $700,000 every month? 10 months in a year, 10 months is 7 million. In a year, 8.4 million. 8.4 million will be able to buy in those days how many trucks? How many compactor trucks? If 26 compactor trucks are costing 130, how much will 8,400,000 buy per year? Minimum 2 every year. By the end of 3-4 years, we'll be able to have 8 cars that will be owned by a council. But no, it is rather collected by individuals, shared among themselves, than to have that thought of buying a fleet of vehicles. The Bakote Woodland sublease wabi fila ali kalajba. Woodland bi moy kololi digante kololi ak Bakote. Fu boys yi yengaton ñu ne foog ñu am ci dara bi ko lolu seen fil la ñu koy jox swami indi. because government land la one, then could your KMC as a compensation for the 86 plots law hamne then could see all just one layout. 2014 Bakara Monfa, Yankuba Monfa. Nyom no list woodland bobu to Swami India, a private company. Through global properties for 20 million. Now what bogul leer, Baro bugul lendem, Bakari bugul lendem, Yankuba bugul lendem, why nyom send kote lepa lendem. Dalarel. Lolo na leer. KMSN, what is Senia? It is you following criminals. You yourself, you are a criminal. Somebody who gives false information to a public official, you were taken to court, you were found wanting. You don't have any moral authority. No moral authority to preach for efficiency. To fight against corruption because you are corrupt. To fight against lie because you lie. To fight against falsification of information because you falsify information. Whatever comes from you is bogus. Whatever comes from you is not true because you don't have facts. You are a colorless snake, a mamba snake, green snake in green grass. You don't have a color. You are colorless opportunists who are looking for their next victim to devour. You don't have class. You don't have integrity, you don't have patriotism, you don't love the country, you love only yourselves. That's why the Gambia is sinking. Because some of these politicians who call themselves politicians are out there for the highest bidder to grab. That's why Barrow is succeeding at getting you people. You are not sincere, you are very insincere. If you are broke, look for something to do. But you cannot tarnish the image of an honorable person who has worked so hard for his life and for the life of others when you are only a dependent. You have to be a little bit independent, a little bit of showing people what you've done before. What were you doing? In my Adam Barrow words, where were you? Kex, where were you? Where? You don't talk about these issues. These things, if you doubt it, go to the Ministry of Local Government, go to the State House and seek for these documents, these reports that were tendered to Mr. President. They are not clear, they are obscure, they are full of corruption, deceit, and manipulations, irregularities, violations of the Public Procurement Act. But KB is saying, hell no, you're not talking about that. And all the information you were giving against Bensouda, I will come to that, the 680 million, you don't know even what you're talking about. You're talking about the office of the mayor. When you talk about the office of the mayor, you're talking about the 18 councillors plus the deputy mayor and the mayor himself. There are allowances, there are salaries, and the other emoluments that are entitled as per local government act. That's why you're talking about like that is only to the mayor. No, hell no, that is not only to the mayor. When you say the mayor's office, it includes the mayor's parlor, the deputy mayor's parlor, all the expenses around those offices, and the salaries to all the entire 18 councillors in KMC. That is what they mean by the mayor's office. For your info, that is the mayor's office. But you mislead people, you discuss issues. I don't understand how people go to the National Assembly, so-called journalists, they cannot analyze simple situations. They cannot read between the lines, English, grammar, and stanza. They don't. Or it is deliberate or it's misleading. But no, it's not deliberate. You don't know. I don't blame you. Which school of thought? Failed social Marxist school of thought. It even didn't work from where it emanated from. You started it, it didn't work. You jumping from one place to the other like what? A swamp frog. My friend, you have to have a home. You must have an identity. You must know where you belong. You just jumping from one place to the other. You can't settle and you will never settle, bro. Believe that. Dulu, kese. It's not true. Bring the facts, my friend. You're not talking about the woodland. But I'll come to that. Because the internet is not good. And the volume is also low. I don't understand everything about today's program. I just don't want to leave people out there without giving them a little bit of the sherry that I have here on offer. But surely I promise you on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'll be every day doing a live update on people, especially the NPP oligarchs. I will come to the disposal of council properties, the MOUs that they were involved when Bakari was councillor, when Yankuba was governor, when Bensouda was mayor, and all other relevant information that you need to know about KMC. The Bakote Fisman here, there is a big scam. Big one. We'll come to treat that on Wednesday. Surely because the net here is not good, the volume is also very low. I'm sorry for that. I don't have control over that and I don't know why. Maybe it is ordained like that. But I have interesting things to talk about come Wednesday. Surely is a date. I will make sure I fix these problems so that everybody will hear me loud and clear. But once again, saying a big thank you to Bakari Jammeh and the interim committee for at least salvaging KMC, or else would not have been saying anything good about KMC today. I give you a date. We'll discuss about the projects, individual projects, that they always spew garbage about, compare it to the projects that the president even has, because I don't understand this election, whether it is an election between the president and some of these chairpersons, or it's an election between candidates of the incumbent's political party. Because why a president will always go and attend? You downgrade yourself, you don't do that. And comes on say, Al kata dame al kasadal di jam fokasa man fudul albe kodol dila albe muria menna dol alay kitita menna wala bele kala kum fa yakuno Allahu alam albe lolim kuwol bela atol be men ngani yari wolem ka mol jamfa ka banko jamfa ka banko la nafulo kasara alakate wo kala ata sonna wala adum alabuka blink sakasi jinko sakasi sido al si wolo atol nin tolte al nin albe nyora. But we'll discuss that bit by Wednesday. I will do an early update, give you a correct, perfect time when I fix this internet issue, I fix this mobile volume issue, and then, surely, I promise, I will let 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 to bed. Why are you not investigating these bosses that the government brought? You're talking about tender. Did that go through correct tender? You're talking about projects in KMC, in Banjul. You don't talk about Hadimge, who is sponsoring NPP candidates all over this country. The project he has, when that didn't go through the proper tender process, it was said in the national, it was loud and clear, audit reports every day and then. The president said audit report is an opinion because of issues affecting the presidency and the government. Those scandals, you're not talking about that 𝒂𝒄𝒄, you are in this country. The tariff, the newly increased tariff of now 𝒂𝒄𝒄, you're not talking about that. You're not talking about the security port, I don't know, security contract at the airport. 𝒂𝒄𝒄, you're not talking about that. You call yourself a joint journalist. What type of journalist are you? What type of politician are you? What type of activist are you? You claim to be knowing things when you don't know shit. Bro, believe it, you don't know shit. You don't know nothing. You can't analyze simple things. That's why you have to say something in a meeting, on a public platform, and you come and apologize. That means after lying, I can apologize. The people should know that you are not real. You don't know even what you say. Can stand on a platform and say, I will say millions. It is in the thousands. When you've already passed the worst message that you can pass. If I was Talib Ahmed Bensouda, I would have sued you to court for misleading and lying about me, or at least give you a warning, so that you can do a public apology, like Yankuba Koli, Mohamed Lamin Baji and crew, what they did. So people like that who even went out and say things that are not even true, and they know are not true, they were speaking to the journalists, they had to retract their own statement and apologize to Ahmed Bensouda for saying things that are not true. So a group of people like that supporting Bakari, you think we will listen to you people? You think Gambian people are lame? Gambian people are not serious? Gambian people are just not interested in the country or what? No, we are. We won't allow your oligarch to have control over these councils. Where you are, just have the end of the term that you have there, and solely 2026, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, the government that will replace your government is a UDP government. Be rest assured of that. And there's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do about that. But imagine, we expect this from people like you. If Barrow is only interested in gathering this all firewood, all ministers, all mayors, all councillors, all directors, all ex-officers, so he's not interested in change anymore. He's only consolidating what? Power. Consolidating his position as Mr. President. He is saying he's thinking of retirement, but he's not planning for retirement. He's just saying that as a pretext, but he's entrenching himself. Things that are happening in the Gambia now, we are scared. Because we are seeing a blueprint of an emerging dictator, an imposing dictator. A brute. How can a police officer be transferred from one region to the other because political militants or supporters of the incumbent political party claim that that guy is UDP. You've never found him in a UDP meeting. You've never seen him wear a UDP t-shirt. You've never seen him do anything contrary to the ethics of his office. It's because he was alleged to be UDP, he was immediately transferred during the weekend. Hey, but, my friend, people forget so soon that 2016-17, we were talking about a dictator complaining about what he is doing to the people of this country. Suddenly, after only 5-6 years, you've already forgotten the blueprint that took you to office, and whatever was done for you, you didn't appreciate that at all. Only what you do is to stab us at our back. But sorry, the Gambian people, they know what to do, and when the time comes, they will do exactly what they need to do. But you can send people, emissaries, messengers, throughout the country, Casamas, Guinea-Bissau, and all over to seek for prayers and blessing. It will come to the country, but it will not come to you and your political party and your candidates, because they are not there genuinely for the Gambian people. They are there to serve an interest of an individual, a political party, and a group of people whose interest is not that of the country, but a self-perpetuating interest, a selfish one, and an oligarch group. And that's fact, undiluted, undisputed fact. He who feels it knows it. I will come your way by Wednesday to fix all these issues and discuss them with you at length. And if you think what I'm saying, I challenge you anywhere, anytime, any member of the NPP, any member, you come, I give you facts that you cannot dispute against. I give you something that is not allegation, that is not something that is born out of just jealousy, out of success, out of development-oriented mind, but it is not something that will be there from a feeble-minded guy. No, I'm not. I'm not. Whatever I say is factual, it's concrete, and it is not an allegation, it's empirical fact that you can't deny. The key word is empirical. It is not logic, it's not common sense, it's factual. The internet is bad. The volume is down. On Wednesday is the date, and I will post it again, and I will apologize for the bad internet connection.